All right, we're recording.
Hi, this is Kate with Above and Beyond Sewing in Denver, Colorado. And during one of our recent live Facebook videos, we showed you these really cute Christmas placemats. And we were going to plan on doing this for a Facebook Live, but we completely sold out of the fabric kits. So we have decided to, I have Patrick here with me also. So we've decided just to go ahead and make a quick pre-recorded video for you, for those of you that purchased the kit, so that you can see how to make these fun placemats. So let's get going. So your fabric kit includes a panel, and in your panel, you are going to have 8 different cardinal birds. And the first thing you want to do is to trim these down to a 9-inch block, which does mean that you will trim off just a little bit of the border. So the first thing I like to do is just to go in and trim around all 4 of my edges. One of the problems that we have with pre-printed panels is that they're not necessarily printed straight on grain. So what I like to do is just to go ahead and trim it completely down, knowing that we are going to be cutting this down just a little bit. And now I can see how much larger or how much I need to cut off. So I don't really need to cut a whole lot off. But obviously you will want to cut off equal from all 4 sides. So now I'm going to use the grid on...
It's tough to gauge when you only have that much to cut off.
Yeah. So I'm using the grid on my cutting mat now as my guideline. And trimming this down to a perfect 9-inch square. So now we are ready to start sewing. So let's go over to the sewing machine. So we will post these to our calendar under today's date, which is July 1st, Christmas in July. And on there, I will also upload this little diagram. And this diagram is going to be your cutting instructions. So it tells you which fabric and the size to cut each one. And as you can see, I have this all laid out on my little work area here. And my block is going to go right in the middle. So we have components that we need to put together. So the first component we are going to stitch together is going to be the top and the bottom. And these are cut 2 by 7 and 2.5 by 2. So we're just going to flip the plaid fabric on top of the wording fabric and the plaid fabric on top of our holly fabric and stitch these 2 seams. We're just doing a 1/4 inch seam. We're going to press our seams and then lay them back in the right place so we know exactly where they go. As a general rule, I'm just going to be pressing to the dark. Let's go ahead and lay these back down. This one's going to go this side. This one's going to go this side. The next components we have are these 2 side strips. So the holly is going to go to the solid green and the wording is going to go to the solid red. this type of a project can be done with any panel. Obviously, you would need to refigure all of the numbers if your panel was not a 9-inch square to start with. And we're going to go and press these.
This panel isn't made for like doing these placemats then? You could turn it into different things?
This panel you could use for a lot of different things. I saw a placemat panel pattern that I really liked. And I basically just readapted the sizes to fit the panel that we had come in with our Christmas in July fabric. So now we are going to go ahead and we are going to put this back in place and this one back in place the right way around. The next thing we're going to do is to go ahead and we're going to stitch the larger plaid rectangle to the top of this unit. And did I just say red? That was green.
That's okay.
And this is the red plaid, and this is going to go on this piece. So these really will go together very quickly. Your fabric kit is enough to make 8. So like I said the other day, you could use these as a set of 4 and do 2 sets, or you could do it as a set of 8. Lots of getting up and down this morning.
Yeah, really. It's our exercise.
Okay, let's go put these back. I do find it easier just to make sure everything is going right if you just keep placing everything back in place. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the top unit that we sewed, right sides together across the top of the panel, the bottom unit to the bottom of the panel. And there really is no points that we have had to match on this. This would be your type of a project, Patrick.
Exactly.
Haven't had to get the fork pins out. And we're going to go ahead and press these ones. These ones I'm going to press back to the panel so that it's away from the lighter fabric. And now we're going to stitch our 2 end pieces on. So we're going to stitch this one onto here and this one onto here. And we're going to stitch the second side on. And again, we still don't have any points that we are having to match. So this is a really great project if you don't want to have to worry about matching points.
I'll say.
And let's go press.
Yeah, that went together quick.
Yeah. go ahead and go back over to the cutting table. And you may just have a little bit of trimming or straightening of your placemat to take care of, which I definitely do on mine. And it is as quick and easy as that. So at this point, all you would do is cut your backing. I use the double-sided fusible fleece. I did a stitch in the ditch, so I quilted it. And then you are going to cut your binding, 2.5 inch wide strips, and you're going to fold them wrong sides together. And I stitched my binding to the wrong side of my placemat, brought it around to the front, and top stitched it down. And that is your quick and easy tutorial for our Cardinal placemats that we showed you this week. I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for tuning in again, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.